This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome back to our advanced usage training videos for Duct. And we're going to be talking about importing floor plans today. So your client will often have a sketch or a drawing that shows the floor plan or the placement of machines that they're going to have in their system, and they want you to design that system to fit their floor plan. Now, by getting this drawing or floor plan in a PDF format, we can actually import it into DuckQuote and draw the system on that supplied layout. Now, for best results, make sure that you get a plan view scaled drawing where a scale line or a dimension line is provided. Now, elevation information may also be needed depending on the product, but those are some basics. Now, a few things are absolutely mandatory. Number one, the drawing must have at least one dimension that you can use to scale it into DuckQuote. Number two, the dimensions must be consistent within the drawing. In other words, the scale doesn't change and it is in fact to scale. And third, currently the drawing has to be in PDF format. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start by creating a new layout. And we'll simply call this one the floor plan. And I need to be relatively close, but not exact. And I believe if we go 50 feet by 40 feet, we should be okay here. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now we, at first, see our simple grid. So we're going to go right up here to Drawings, hit the drop down, and we're going to choose Import Plan Drawing. Now by clicking Open File, I get to browse and find the PDF that we're going to use. In this particular case, we're going to do a welding lab. And in it comes, and you can see that it comes in at 60%. Very often, drawings like this will come in this size. Now, the one problem with that is you can't really read anything on the drawing. It is important that you be able to read notes that they give you on these drawings. So what we're going to do, I typically go here and I start my drawings off at 100%. I look to see, do I have the ability to read the notes and notations? And I do. So I'll stick with the 100% zoom here, so I'll use this page. It does not matter that part of this drawing is off the screen. Go ahead and click Current Page. Now comes the scaling part. I have to draw a line on here that DuckQuote knows the size of. So I'm looking for something like a scale line. Well, at the bottom of each of these sections in the drawing, we see the scale, but not a scale line. It says the scale is 1/4 inch is equal to 1 foot. The problem is they didn't tell us printed at what size. So all we need to do is find a dimension line, which we have here. And that says that's 11 feet, 6 inches. 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. This is our actual plan view. So this is the actual part of the drawing we'll draw onto. What we want to make sure of is, yes, the scale here is the same. 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. So I can come up to here, click once, draw the line to the other end of their dimension line, and I can tell it that that is 11 foot 6 inches. Continue. That's now been scaled, and I no longer need that section except maybe for some elevation information. But for right now, we can click and drag these corners down to crop what it is that we want to use in our part of the drawing as a floor plan. And I'll simply snug those up and click continue. And as you see, we no longer have a grid. Our grid or floor is now a floor plan. And we can actually draw directly onto this following where they have laid out the duct. And that's that. Our next session is going to be called Rudimentary Design on a Floor Plan. We're actually going to go from here and we're going to draw the whole system. Now, if you've used most of the design features is what we're going to have that we've been discussing up to and including this session. So it's going to tend to be a bit longer, but it's going to give you that beginning to end through the entire process. So hope to see you there.